Yo, ¿cómo están? It's Wild Down Tuesday, and thank you for joining my channel. Remember, hit that like, that subscribe, and the bell for future notifications. This week's topic is worry about yourself. Let's go. Yo, ¿cómo están? It's Wild Down Tuesday, and thank you for joining my channel. This week's topic we're going at is worry about yourself. So, I'm going to be heading out to the airport and hopefully get into the plane, and hopefully the audio works. But back to the topic in hand. The reason I came up with this topic is because for the past several weeks I've seen some videos on YouTube, some messages I've been receiving through text, through email, kind of complaining and pointing the finger to the other person regarding, let me give you an example, if someone's as an independent writer and then you have someone, an MC, talking shit about people that are independent writers, or people in MC getting talked shit about people that are independent writers. At the end of the day, just care about yourself. Don't worry what other people think. Don't worry the way the people will view you. Don't worry about no echelon of hierarchy. You just care what your life brings today. Don't worry how your life was in the past. You can't live in the past. If you want to live in the past, become a historian. You got to look forward in the future. And if you're living your life the way you want to live it right now, do what you want to do. Don't ask questions to people saying, hey, is it cool, or is it the right choice for me to join this club? Is it the right choice for me to leave my club? Those are not answers for me to answer. That's not an answer for anyone. You got to wake up, take a look in the mirror, ask yourself those questions. Why did you join that club? Why did you want to be part of that family? Why do you want to leave? Are your morals and principles being walked upon? Same thing. What made you want to be an independent writer? Don't go asking too much questions about, I'm thinking about joining a club. Should I join this club? Should I do that and join that club? That's for you to answer. No one's going to, you better not even ask your wife that. That's an answer that you should know. That's an answer that you should look in the mirror and ask, and give yourself. So you got to remember that I see guys on YouTube also will down talk guys or independent writers, or in the comment section will do the same. But the independent writers is what feeds this culture. Independent writers is what keeps the bike sales going. MC culture is like a small percentage of the overall biker community, of the motorcycle enthusiast community. The majority of the people that buy the bikes and rotate through bikes are the independent writers. You're not going to see too many MC guys changing bikes left and right. So you got to look for yourself. Look in what you want in your life. Live your life. Live the best life you can live for yourself. No matter what your background is, no matter how hard it was, or how easy it was, or the way you grew up, it all matters from today forward. Now remember that. So if there's anyone in the comment section that wants to throw anything in there, go right ahead. But remember what opinions mean. Because I keep seeing people attacking other folks on the comment section, making fun of them. And I get it. You're behind a keyboard, behind a screen. No one would really say that in person. And if they did, if they did, they'll be a bunch of BS. Or just disrespectful. So we're getting here to the airport, and I'm going to get in the plane and see what we can do. If it doesn't work, hopefully you'll see in the near future I'll fix it by now. So Bro, look at these planes. These planes are sick. Walking to the plane. Look at these jets. And then when you see my plane, it'll be wah, wah, wah. So this is the SR-22, the Cirrus SR-22 Tango. So it's a beautiful plane, 4-seater, has a parachute. Let's go. Oh well, obviously I screwed up the video once again. My GoPro on the front kept turning off, my recorder wasn't recording, and my rear camera the whole time was fast forwarding. So we'll just take you to the takeoff and landing, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Next week we'll have it. So here I was lined up to the runway. We're going to be taking off. I'm going to be doing full throttle, looking at my gauges, making sure everything's in the green, making sure I put right rudder, and it was bumpy. I'll tell you what, the winds were gusting to 27 knots. It was, I think, 17, 18, gusting 27, 28 knots. A little bit of a right crosswind. So here I'm just turning left. I touch the top of the roof. This plane has a parachute for itself. Anything above 600 feet AGL, I can pop the chute. Anything under that, I better pray and land it nicely. So the next video clip will be me landing the plane. So let's take a look at that. I'm sorry again, once I was actually talking, explaining what got me into aviation and all the good stuff. So I'm going to let's cut forward to the landing. So right now we're just lined up to the runway 13 right in San Antonio. We're coming in for the landing with a right crosswind. So I think it was 17, 18, gusting 27, 26 knots. So we got to keep the airspeed alive a little bit, airspeed up. Coming down final, I was going to be 90 knots to 80 knots, 78 over the threshold. So we got to maintain, but I increased my speed in case of a gust. So as you can see, even though it's fast forward, you can see how bumpy the ride is. But when I'm flying there, I never notice it until I actually look in the camera as itself. So we're just lining up. I just find it funny how I'm just talking away the whole time. I mean, the whole flight, I was just talking, explaining things, talking about topics, MC stuff too, talking about the plane, talking about my history flying. And some cool stuff too, but now it's not cool enough. So we're just getting closer to final. You can see the runway straight ahead. These are where the big boys land to. Southwest, I think, is behind me. So I'm just dangling down, coming into final, just adjusting for the wind, making sure if a gust stops that I have enough speed that I won't stall it. So here we go, lining it up, making sure left rudder, right wing down. There you go. A little fast forward, and then we're going to turn off to the left. So once again, guys, thank you very much for joining me in the channel. Hopefully next week we'll fix this. This weekend I'm going to go back out, make sure you hear the auto, make sure everything works. Till next week, much love and respect. Peace.